Developing now, a seasonal shift is underway as an atmospheric river barrels towards the Washington coast. This fall storm means drivers will likely end the week with a messy commute. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mary Nom.
And I'm Preston Phillips. This storm is promising to bring steady rain and blustery wind across western Washington. And tonight we have team coverage for you. KOMO's Jackie Kent is standing by on the Washington coast. But we begin with Chief Meteorologist Shannon O'Donnell with a look at what we can expect. Shannon.
Yeah, hi there, Preston. It's just going to be a good old stormy Friday around here. Hi there, everybody. We've got a really narrow cold front on its way, focused on western Washington, nowadays often called an atmospheric river, but the weather hasn't changed. We just tend to use a different term for it now and again. It will result in a lot of rain at first, from start to finish on Friday. Unsettled weather this weekend, periods of heavy showers, some hail, some lightning in the mix. Also a little bit blustery and gusty. The waves are growing at the Washington coastline. And the fun part about this, we get to start talking about some significant mountain snow by the time the weekend is a wrap. Right now, we're just getting ready to head into that weekend. In Washaway Beach, I've seen some trucks there working on the road. This is where the waves do tend to pound the Washington coast, and they are already starting to build at the beaches as we speak. Mount Rainier, it looks like somebody's up there checking out the view with the old snow on the ground and a lot more where this is coming from. Those evergreens will be freshly flocked by the time the weekend is through. And for most of us, this is just going to mean some really nasty commuting. We've got this bird's eye view from the Narrows looking down at dry pavement for now, but not for too much longer. Temperatures on either side of 60 as promised. It was kind of a balmy day in the warm sector in front of the front. So here she comes. On the Futurecast, you can see tomorrow morning. Yep, that's a really messy start to the early commute. Here's tomorrow afternoon. It finishes in a similar fashion. So both of our drives into the office are going to be on the soggy side. We also have those building waves, a high surf advisory, totally normal for this time of year, but the breakers are 20 to 22 feet. So National Weather Service wants you to watch these storms from a nice safe distance from the shoreline because of the danger there that is inherent in these big fall storms. Again, we have more mountain snow to talk about as well. We'll break that down further ahead in my next forecast.
All right, thanks, Shannon. A warning for mariners and people living in coastal communities. The Coast Guard is urging people to take precautions and stay alert through a coastal storm expected here in Washington and in Oregon. KOMO's Jackie Kent has the story this evening from Westport.
The first coastal storm of the season means people are slowly filling the viewing tower in Westport for picture-perfect views of sleepy sea lions and bobbing boats.
Yep, it always draws a crowd when there's like big waves, big tides, and a big storm. Kind of, can't beat water going over the jetty like that and the waves crashing.
While the waves draw excitement for people and dogs alike, the National Weather Service is forecasting seas of 20 to 22 feet offshore, which can produce dangerous currents and bar conditions.
Don't get washed away.
I'll try not to, thanks.
Whole water went all the way over these rocks in this jetty over here, so we just wanted to come and watch it from the tower.
The Coast Guard is urging mariners to make sure vessels at anchor or mooring balls can hold in strong winds or seas. The goal is to avoid scenes like this one. Last month, the Coast Guard air crew from Air Station North Bend rescued a man after his boat became disabled and capsized off Waldport, Oregon.
Coast Guard.
And this time last year, crews rescued 5 people from a tugboat after a search and rescue mission off La Push after the commercial vessel lost steering. Be sure to carry a working VHF radio, wear a life jacket on deck, and contact the Coast Guard in case of emergency. And for those onshore, be sure to avoid these jetties and coastal rocks because of the dangers of this high surf and wave surges.
Just don't go up on the rocks, do something kind of super silly. Even here it'll get kind of sketchy.
Reporting in Westport, Jackie Kent, KOMO News.
While utilities prepare on their end, they're asking you to do the same by keeping an eye out for tree limbs that are close to power lines. The Snohomish County PUD explains that when the first big storm system fall moves in, it saturates leaves and makes branches heavier, increasing the likelihood of taking down lines when they snap. If you see a particularly troublesome branch, contact your city for the best course of action. And that brings us to our KOMO Pulse Poll. How prepared are you for a big storm? Take a look at the live results coming in. 45% say they're very prepared. 39% somewhat. 16% say they are not prepared at all. If you'd like to weigh in, scan the QR code on your screen. It'll take you directly to the story in the poll on KOMOnews.com.